Welcome to PoliPulse, your daily South African political pulse. Today, the Madlanga Commission is back in the spotlight, and there are fresh revelations about state capture that you need to hear. Stick with me for the breakdown. Here's what's happening. Click, like, and subscribe. Roll the clips.
Madlanga Commission,
We
short
serve them
brief.
with a subpoena. That subpoena can
Today's
only
key
be signed
threads, arrests
by
of
a
senior
DDPP.
officers, bail conditions and appeal
if a group
points.
does not have a DDPP,
These jump cuts
I
skip
cannot
the
see
lag
how
and
they're
keep the
going to be
heat.
able to proceed.
Full
that's
context
the
on
whole point
Madlanga
of a
today,
prosecutor-led
PoliPulse and Mzansi Pulse.
investigation, that you need a senior prosecutor overseeing and guiding that investigation.
That is true, Commissioner. That is true.
So where that doesn't happen, what is the issue?
7. On my way to my office, I found colleagues in one of the offices discussing an arrest which IDEC had conducted the previous day, which was the 26th of June, 2025. This arrest was on a number of high-ranking police officers.
Just, I'm thinking once an IDEC matter reaches the stage of an arrest,
interest, and if it's concerned, why were you concerned at that point?
Well, it was more out of interest. Everybody's talking about this case. Generals in the police arrested, and naturally, as a leader myself in the structure, that draws me to a point of wanting to know which cases, who are handling this case, which cases, no senior state advocate, no DDPP, and no chief investigator assisting her. I was concerned that a matter of this magnitude, involving the arrest of senior members of the police, was being handled without such support and without a DDPP overseeing it. At that moment, I then, together with Ms. Innocent Sikukuni, on my way back to my office, Ms. Sikukuni telephoned me to say that she had discussed our request with the investigating director telephonically, and that the investigating director had agreed that we could attend court as requested.
Did you ask or did you find out who and how Ms. Tlachwayo came to be allocated? Who selected her?
Yes. Which was then handed to the clerk to register the matter on the book. Our assistants enabled Advocate Tlachwayo, to consult with the defense legal representatives. The courtroom was full of police officers, family members of the accused, and members of the press. Advocate Vetboy and Shikovi obtained seats at the back of the court. As there was nowhere else to sit, I then sat in front next to Advocate Tlachwayo and conferred with me and with Mr. Padayashi, who was seated behind us. In the course of dealing with the bail application, Advocate Tlachwayo asked the court to impose a condition that the witnesses not be contacted or interviewed by the accused. The magistrate indicated that he required a list of the witnesses, as he could not simply warn them, and he appeared not to be satisfied with her response. There are instances where the state is not opposing, even when the state is not opposing bail, and the prosecutor addresses the court from the bar saying, we're not opposing bail. I know of instances where the courts would have insisted at least on some form of evidence, formal evidence from the state, at least by way of for the bail appeal, and the order for the recusal is PS9. In the bail appeal, PS8, the High Court agreed that the presiding magistrate's decision to impose the decision without engaging the parties and giving reasons was wrong in law and therefore ought to be set aside. On PS9, in relation to the recusal of the magistrate, the High Court ordered in our favor to say yes.
And that's your PoliPulse brief for today. If this helped you make sense of the madness, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a breakdown. For more South African stories from a youth perspective, check out our sister channel at Mzansi Pulse. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay sharp, South Africa.